Right guys, so welcome back to the channel. You join us in the beautiful Abu Dhabi, and today I have the pleasure of being joined by Robert Rock. Thank you very much for joining us, Rob. And today we're going to try and fix my ball striking. So my issue at the moment is I tend to catch things a bit skinny.
Yep.
And compression is something I've always kind of struggled with my irons. So like when I'm not hitting it good, I just get that one that just kind of drops out of the sky. I tend to hit a fade, and then my miss is the one that just kind of starts left and stays left.
Okay. Right. Well, let's try and do our best with that.
Fantastic. Yes, please.
Right. Fire away.
Okay.
Just do your normal thing, and we'll adjust as we go along. Very nice.
Yeah,
that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't
so
too bad.
No.
No.
That was a lovely shot.
Thank you.
It's fixed already.
It's gonna be a short video.
That was dead easy. Right. So what I would suggest is let's try and build a slightly more solid unit for a grip.
Okay.
Okay. Grip's nice.
Yeah.
But there's areas where we can tighten it up.
Sure.
And we want the most reliable grip as possible.
Yep.
So that when we come down to impact, and when you're talking about compression, we're talking about getting a little bit of leaning shaft into the ball. We're getting those divots are okay, but they could do with being a little more, a little deeper and a little longer.
Yeah.
Maintaining the sort of low point just a bit further forwards. Now that's about leaning the shaft forwards and being aware of what impact actually is.
Yeah.
Right. So if you show me what impact is to you, what would you normally feel, and do your normal grip?
So my normal grip's about there.
Yeah.
And I mean, try and get the sensation that I've got a bit of forward club lean at impact.
So if you look at that now, this right hand is sitting quite high on this left hand, so it's got an opportunity for it to roll over as you do it.
Yeah.
Right. This right hand should sit in there.
Yeah.
Very close to your left hand.
Okay.
So that it's more pushing against the side of the shaft and the back of the inside of the left hand at the same time.
Okay.
So that when it leans forwards, you get a pressure point here.
Yeah.
Which you might feel in the rib portion behind the grip on the line max, right? Because that sits in a certain location in your right hand, and that is where we want to be at impact, with the shoulder, right arm staying slightly bent, pushing forwards like that. Now, if we had a flat surface, so if you put that club against my foot, now try and bend the shaft against my foot, right? That's what we want to be feeling at impact.
Shoulder over a bit.
Yeah, and you get that feeling there, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, now if your right hand's too high, you won't get that sensation, and your right hand will kind of want to twist over your left hand so much.
Is that the one then that goes left and stays left?
Yeah, because you're not stable.
Flipping it over a bit.
Your grip isn't a solid unit.
Yeah.
It's got some play there where the hand can twist.
Yeah, okay.
Where that is pushing squarely as if it was the blade of the club.
Yeah.
Right, and you're feeling that through the more pronounced
grip.
Align max grip. That's what it's for, right? So you can feel that location of your right hand, and your position of that is set, and then when you come to put the pressure on at impact, it doesn't disrupt the club face.
Okay.
Right. So let's start with that more solid grip.
Yeah. So just moving it up a touch,
that's
basically.
perfect, right? And then you're just chasing. Right, so when you're looking down at your grip, try not to see much of that left thumb, and this part and that part
should be connected,
nice and close together, and then you relax that.
Okay.
That's it. Right, and then you go for that impact position. Beautiful. Right, that's a squarer entry point for your divot.
Yeah.
And slightly deeper, which is what we're after.
Okay, nice.
But you've got to be picturing that's impact.
Okay.
Right? It's not back to where we started from.
And is that something I'm quite tempted to just like build that into my like pre-shot routine. Is that something you'd kind of recommend?
Yes, but don't build it into the setup.
Okay.
Right, because it's not the setup. The setup has to be based around a neutral shaft with the club face presented, the loft that it's designed to have, and then when we shift forwards and unwind into impact, we're delivering that.
Fantastic. Okay.
That's what gives you the low point extended further forwards.
Yeah.
Right. So. Nice, good strike.
Nearly fell over there a bit.
More shifting forwards. That's how you can't get a low point forwards by moving backwards. That's for certain, right? So you have to that different perspective of what impact is like, and how you're trying to bend the shaft by putting the force on the side of the club should be sending the energy that way. Right, so that was a good effort.
Okay.
Right, so just take your time building the grip. Don't let the tension creep all the way up into your arms. Just close that gap in there. Leave that there. Right, that bit can stay firm, and then relax there.
This.
That's it. So your tension's only in the hands, not in the elbows. And then go for it. Not quite on that one.
A little bit fat, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit fat. That shot, or that sort of decent strike with a slightly faulty grip position, might feel like it twists a little. Whereas that should feel into the ground, solid, taken through like that, always keeping that pressure on that.
So like typically, I don't know how many balls we've hit, maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah.
If I was hitting on the range, one of them by now would have gone that way.
Right, well that's not happening, is it?
No.
Not happening. And that really is mostly down to your grip position, and then
relaxing this.
Yeah, and then awareness of it. This is the setup, and then impact is over here, trying to bend that shaft like that against that flush square surface. Very, very good. That was a lovely strike.
Thank you. See, that's the one that sometimes gets me in a little bit of trouble.
So that's where you
bit long and left.
Your right hand position.
Yeah.
If you allow it to just go a little bit too much under.
Yeah.
And you're seeing more of this thumb, then when you chase that position there, it's enough to close that club face a degree or two.
Just a couple of degrees, yeah.
That's where you've got to be really precise and learn to feel that. Mm-hmm. That's your neutral grip, and where this right hand needs to sit really close. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
There. So when you've got that little bit of the left thumb visible from your perspective here, your right hand's sitting too much under.
It's quite a good reference point, that.
Yeah.
I can't see any glove.
And then have it feeling really close to each other, so that there's actually no gaps there, right? Yeah. That's no good to see that. That needs to sit there.
Right
so
there.
Now that right hand is sitting more on the side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There, hold it there. Now relax. That's it. Good.
Touch skinny, but I'd take that out on the course all day.
That's what's going to remove that left shot for you. Certainly building a better grip, feeling the club face, and then also feeling what impact's supposed to be like.
Yeah. And is this something that I should, I imagine this is right up and down the bag from driver down to
everything.
58.
Same swing for everything.
Same swing for everything, okay.
You obviously have a different ball position, different setup for your other clubs, but very good. Very good.
It's like the best 7-iron I've ever hit.
That was really, really nice.
That's going so much further as well.
Same procedure for everything.
Yeah.
Right, and just build your grip. That's impact. Trying to get forward. The difference is when you get to the top, we sometimes lose perspective of impact, and it's a lot further forward than most people think. They try and return back to the setup position sometimes, and it's further forward. So, trying to get that delivery of your hands further. That's where the great iron players take those nice. Extended divots, square start, nice exit point, and the ball fizzes off because you get that compression on it, which maybe
it feels and sounds just completely
those
different.
Divots are deeper, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot deeper.
That was one of your first shots.
It's one of like normally, like when we're playing in England in the summer, no divot at all.
Do you not?
Yeah,
right,
just so rarely take them.
So if you're hitting 7 irons, 8 irons, 6 irons, you should be looking for that sort of
similar
divot.
pattern.
Right? Maybe not when you get to 3s and 4s. They don't take divots like that, but and certainly wedges as well. That was good, Nate. That divot started a good bit after the ball, which I don't think you would have done before.
No.
Right. So the ball was sitting there, and your divot started there. So no chance of that club face closing down too early.
I call that one a little bit skinny as well.
But that's how you want. That wants to be your bad shot.
Bad shot. Yeah.
If you're worried about hitting that shot to the left, that's what you want to be chasing.
Okay.
And that divot was a little early, right? So you've got a variation there in that low point, which is down to you at the moment, just not quite being consistent in this delivery point, right? So a bit of practice and being aware of that. Position impact.
It's mad actually, the difference, because if those were my 2 bad shots out on the course, I'm maybe going to be 10 yards short on one of them and maybe a bit long on the other, but I would take that all day. Whereas the one that goes left just costs me. Well, on some par 3s, it's like out of bounds basically, and then you're just racking them up.
So it's about your your low point and your awareness of your grip and the alignment of the club face, isn't it? And not allowing it to close down by being able to feel it better with a better grip in the first place, using this to your advantage so you can feel the leading edge at different points in the swing, but also where am I expecting to get to at impact?
Yeah.
That would be the biggest influence for your ball striking.
Right, let's see if I can finish on a real good one.
Now you should get into the habit of building your grip separately. So just build a proper shot.
Build it at the back and then...
Build it, get all the details right.
Yeah.
And then go into it and hit a shot like it's a shot on the course. Then that's realistic. Try not to move your fingers at all once you've built that grip. Very nice.
Lovely.
Right, and that constant grip should be throughout to the end.
Yeah.
Feeling that same connection all the way through, feeling this position on your right hand. If you feel it, you'll feel it slip and you might feel your grip separate.
Yeah.
That's why we've got to use this to know whether you made a good swing or not.
Fantastic. Well, that's made a vast difference in a very small period of time. So thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Guys, if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, drop us a like. Robert, thank you very much for taking time to chat today. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, well done.
See you soon, guys.
Cheers.